Hi, Terry VanNoy. Welcome to Math Class with Terry V. Hope this video helps you out, and if you enjoy it, please share it, comment, or like it. And you can also go to my website, MathPowerLine.com. It's a math resource blog, lesson videos for students, and other resources for parents and teachers. Give me a call or go to my website or email. All right, let's go to today's lesson. Solving equations, we've talked about single step. Now we're going to get into two-step equations. All right, let's take a look at what I mean. What we're talking about is to perform these three steps when we're going to solve two-step equations. Now the first thing is, number one, get rid of the free number. Now here's what I mean by a free number. Find the variable right here, and then notice that the 3 is attached. Okay, the 3 is not free, it's attached to the x through multiplication. Actually, you want to pick the other number that is on the variable side that is not attached. It is free. So in this equation, the -8 would be the free number. In the second one, it's 7 minus 3k, so you ignore the 12 because it's not on the variable side. It's over here, and the 7 is the free number. All right, and last example, 9l plus 6, the 6 is the free number. Okay, it's not attached to the L in this case. So the first thing you do is you find that free number and you get rid of it by doing the opposite. So we would add 8 to each side here. We would subtract 7 to each side here, and we would subtract 6 for each side here. Then it becomes a one-step equation, which I've shown you in a previous video. Finally, we check our answer by substitution. All right, let's look at some examples. The first thing we do is we find the free number. And number one, that would be the 4. Okay, not the 6 and the -6 because it's attached to the x. So we want to get rid of that +4 right there. In number 2, it would be the +8. In number 3, it's not the 3 because it's attached somehow to the k, but we would get rid of that +1. And number 4, it would be the -9 because the 10 is attached. All right, now let's go back and solve these. Back to number 1, how do you get rid of a +4? Yep, we are going to subtract 4 on each side. All right, and the reason, of course, is because that makes 0. So now we have -6x equals 96, and now we have a single step equation. So back again to the previous video, we undo this operation. That's -6 times x. Now you're dividing by the negative and the 6. So x equals -36. Okay, the final step, step 3, check your answer. So we would do -36 times -6. That would give us a +96, and then we would add 4. All right, now it's a little mental math. It's not a bad idea to just do some calculations off to the side if you need to, but check your answer to make sure it works. Number 2, you get rid of adding 8 by subtracting 8 on each side. So we have 5n equals 65. Now it's a single step equation. What's the opposite of multiplying by 5? Dividing by 5. So divide each side by 5, and now you're going to get n equals 13. All right, let's check it. 5 times n is 65, plus 8 is 73. It checks. All right, go ahead and hit pause on the video, and you try the next two. You can see the answers, but let's see how we get that. And number 3, we get rid of the +1 there by subtracting 1 to each side. And that still gives me k over 3, which is k divided by 3, equals, now watch your signs there, that should be a -3. Now how do we undo a divide by 3? We multiply by 3. Now you could use a dot or parentheses. If you use parentheses, make sure you put that number up above there, because that shows multiplication. So on the other side, we would have -3 times +3. And our final answer is -9, as you can see in red. All right, if I put -9 right there to substitute it in, -9 divided by 3 is -3, and -3 plus 1 gives me the answer given there as -2. So that works. In number 4, we get rid of this -9, which is the free number, so we have to add 9 to each side. Okay, opposite sign. Now that gives me 0. Those 9's cancel each other out, and 10m equals -60. Okay, remember that's a positive 9, so we combine those to get -60. Now we're going to undo that multiplication by 10 to divide by 10, and m must be -6. All right, so watch those negative signs. All right, well, I'm going to do another video with you, and it's going to show you a little variation on this solving two-step equations. All right, there you have it. I invite you to go to my website now, MathPowerLine.com, or email me or give me a call. The way I work best with students is live online in my classroom. So if I can help you in any way, answer some specific questions, the first lesson with me is free as I show you how everything works. All right, study hard,